Hey guys, welcome to In the Mix. I'm Brianna Hansen. Thank you for joining us for our very first installment. I'm very happy to have with me today as a fabulous co-host, the one and only Ivan Thomas.
What's up, girl?
We've been wanting to produce something together for a very long time that highlights what's going on in and around Wilmington.
Since 2012, we've been trying to come up with a concept, and now working together.
Not that we haven't come up with some things along the way.
But this has got to be far the best, one of the best things that we came up with. So I'm super duper excited with it.
We have a fantastic collection of folks with us today who we will definitely all introduce one by one with us. Thank you all so much for joining us for this.
You might as well just introduce
first
them now,
episode. We'll get there. We're gonna get there.
They're freaking awesome people.
Well, I mean, they are awesome people. We can do a quick intro if you would like.
All right, real quick.
First, Jeremy Hebbel. He is the co-founder of Gable Music Ventures. Joe Valenti, marketing manager from Riverfront Development Corporation. Rosanne DellAversano.
DellAversano, yes.
Yes.
I'm going to mess your title up, but director of Bootless, Stageworks.
Executive and artistic producing director.
Yes. I was.
Yeah, close. It's okay,
so close.
sweetie. So close.
I was bound to mess that one up. Joe Trainor, man of many titles, in his role.
Name one.
Well, you have a new job that involves graphics. I'm not quite sure what
That's my day job.
printing.
My arts job.
That's what I'm saying. Many titles.
True. I'm the music director of the Rock Orchestra.
I was going to say, hence why
you?
we're here today.
Oh.
The Rock Orchestra.
Okay.
But
Can we
you're
do that
involved in
again?
so many things. I
I am.
feel like it's not right to just say the Rock
True.
Orchestra.
You got a job, Mom.
You
True.
work for the Grand School of Music?
No.
Is that not a thing anymore? Maybe we should go back and cut this.
Nope, we're gonna
Joe
let it go.
Trainor.
Look. Drum roll, Joe Trainor. Bam, just leave it, drop the mic.
Exactly.
He did say you would regret this.
No,
I do.
And
I
he's
do.
proving it true.
Look, I do work for Pop Dot Science and Graphics.
Okay,
down on Union Street. That's my day job.
Okay.
But I'm also the music director for the Rock Orchestra, and I'm the music director for City Theater Company.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
I would have gotten to
But my
see
favorite,
first.
Shakespeare. Who do we have from Shakespeare?
David Stradley, executive director.
Oh yeah.
Is that-
I wasn't
longer.
planning on
It's just
introducing
producing
folks
artistic
like that. See, you guys, you theater folks and your fancy long titles.
You know.
So what we got, Bree? What we doing today?
Well, we're going to talk about what's going on around Wilmington.
It's a lot of stuff.
How's that sound?
It's great, especially with In the Mix within Wilmington. If you haven't got it, make sure you get
Pick up the latest edition.
the
of
latest
calendar.
edition. And if you go through it in July, it's popping.
It's amazing.
It is
So,
awesome.
since he's sitting right next to you and right in front of me, and I'll have to turn around to talk to him, we're just going to start with Jeremy.
Right, Gable Music.
Ladybug Music Festival in its
8th year.
I remember.
Bigger and bigger every year. It's amazing to see. July 18th and 19th, second in Loma both days? No, you're moving the second
Yeah,
day.
so I like to think it was the third Thursday in July.
Third Thursday
Easy to
in July.
remember.
I like it.
Yeah, so Thursday is going to be the traditional block party that we've always done on Loma. It's been working, so we're not going to mess with that.
Nice.
Friday, we're trying something new. It's the Ladybug version of a pub crawl, which we're calling a bug crawl. And, hey,
Why wouldn't we?
right, exactly. So it's going to be 15 locations having music. We're not going to shut down the road. We're just going to have 60-something artists performing at 15 locations
amazing.
Yo,
on
that's
Friday night.
crazy.
Yeah, so everywhere from Tonic all the way down to Chicky's Pizza, and a lot of awesome places in between. So
Now,
lots, yes.
now about Ladybug, a lot of people may not know.
Yeah.
Ladybug has a unique thing with it.
Yeah,
What is
it's a celebration of women in music. As far as we can tell, it's the largest in the country, both in number of performers and number of attendees.
That's awesome.
We've got over 100 acts performing this year over 2 days. Which is insane.
Yeah. Good music.
I think this is the pinnacle in Wilmington. I mean, we'll probably I don't know if we're going to add any more than 100 at this point.
Now I remember.
How many stages did you say?
There's 15 locations on Friday. On Thursday, I want to say there's 8 or 9, and then the outdoor stages.
Which I feel like is in some way reduced from the number of actual stages you had last year, just probably for
Yes,
restructuring
yeah.
the
Well,
crawl.
because last year we did the block party twice, so we had outdoor stages on both.
I was like, I remember trying to keep track as I was walking around the festival, and it was just
It was
so cool
huge.
to see music in that many different locations downtown Wilmington all at once. I mean, it's
Yeah.
particularly excited because for Farmer and the Cow, which was just on Diners Drive-Ins, or is going to be on Diners Drive-Ins, we've got 4 acts coming in from Nashville, all of whom are performing at
Who was the
Farmer.
last act you had last year perform there? Because they were phenomenal.
You're gonna put me on the spot.
They were old. They were slightly older
Yeah, I want to.
ladies from out of town. They were folkier.
Yeah, no, I know. It's on the tip.
Oh,
of
they
my
were
tongue. I can't
so good.
think of
Anyway,
it.
I'm
I got
sorry.
too much in my head,
So I wanted to ask you, and again, guys, if you've been to Ladybug, if you know the female musicians around town, chime in. This is not a one-on-one. Please talk. Fav Ladybugs of all time. You have 4 of mine coming back this year that I'm super excited about. So I'm going to take a second to highlight those, but I wanted to know what your favorite Ladybugs are.
Sure. I mean, right off the bat, I have to say Angela Chic is.
Yeah.
Is,
Yeah.
I mean,
Number
you're talking
one
my
right here is Angela Chic.
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
Nalani and Serena is definitely in my favorites.
Right.
They are one of the most in-demand and requested acts that we work with for any.
Not to
Yeah.
mention 2 of the sweetest ladies
Absolutely.
on the face of the planet.
Hoochie Coochie is incredible.
Another
Incredible.
set of phenomenal.
And this year I'm
individuals.
really excited about Sweet Lita coming back as well. So, but I mean, I could name about
So wait,
15
I have 4,
others.
so
Yeah.
I need you to give me one more because we've connected on 1, even though I love all of the ones we've stated.
Okay, I'll keep going. I mean, Jessica Latshaw. I'm
She's another one that's
super
okay.
excited about having
So
her.
He's just
Angela
spitting them
Chic,
out.
She's a former Boss National Looping Champion. If you don't know, I have heard her. I've been blessed enough to hear her countless times. Each and every time, I'm completely transfixed by what she does. Last year,
Phoebe Leger is coming. Yeah, she's
number
on there.
2
There you
on
go.
my list.
You gotta have Naja Nicole on there.
If you
Naj is not playing this year.
No, but she was one of the favorites.
Oh my
one
God,
of the
that's
favorites.
True.
One of the
I
favorites.
was bringing back
Yeah.
favorites of the past that are coming back this year was my
Oh.
specific
Oh.
list. But
My bad.
Angela's on Thursday night. Aubrey Haddard.
Yeah.
She played
Yep.
Saturday last year to a
Very small.
small crowd
Rained out
indoors
crowd.
because it was
Yeah.
raining.
Yeah.
I remember being like front row, completely blown away by the performance. The lighter that we purchased from her at that show died just a few days ago, and
Oh,
I
wow.
thought, isn't this the universe way of saying make sure you
go
see
back,
her?
right.
She's
should go back.
the first artist to play Ladybug and Firefly in the same year.
Oh, wow.
She just played Firefly.
An incredible fun
Yeah,
fact.
and she's going to be headlining one of the 2 outdoor stages during Thursday this year, so she'll have a much better crowd. This year,
Awesome.
weather
She
depending.
she deserves.
She's awesome.
She
She's
deserves
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
You will not regret that. Outcalls, they're a classically
God.
trained opera duo
Yeah.
that makes self-described feminist pop.
Yeah. No,
Super
they're amazing.
fun,
They're
amazing vocals.
Uh-huh.
I can't wait to see those guys. That's
They're gonna be
Friday
they're gonna be
night.
at Merchant Bar.
In an intimate setting like that, that's going to be a lot of fun. And Phoebe. I saw Phoebe last year. I remember having the baby with us. There's a picture of me breastfeeding her as Phoebe is playing her accordion very wildly.
Possibly my favorite photo.
Right in front of us.
Just we want to let it all hang out tonight. Me, the baby, in this breast.
Phoebe's amazing. She has played with David
I
Bowie.
know.
Was it David
Yeah,
Bowie?
so she opened, her band opened for David Bowie during his Sound and Vision tour.
Nice.
And I've had so many unforgettable experiences at Ladybug. I can remember hugging you in the audience on the street.
You always hug me.
The first year you flew your drone down there, I was
Yeah.
like, just the excitement around what happens to those blocks that you cover in those this year 2 days. It's
Yeah.
just phenomenal, and
Yeah.
it gives me such a warm and fuzzy feeling inside. And I just
I,
thank you for
I,
that.
I think the thing with Ladybug is 8 years ago we all started, right?
Yeah.
We were everyone
Yeah.
like that I know was in the hustle, was in the mix, right?
Nice.
We was trying, we were just putting it out there. I met Trainor, I met his lovely wife, I met you, I met Gail, I met Brianna, and it was just and watching it from the first day, all right, to now 8 years later, and remember the transition when they went from 1 day to 2 days, well, like 1 block to 2 blocks, and it was like, whoa, what the heck is going on here in Wilmington? Like
That was when Chase came on board.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
when Chase came on board.
So it looks like, and now Ladybug and Gable Music, well, Gable Music is down Smyrna. It's like you guys are
Yeah,
doing
what's
some
your
awesome
Milford
stuff.
date? You can go ahead and
Because
plug
you
that
guys
real
started,
quick.
Yeah.
you trying to make Delaware look like Austin,
I'm trying.
you know, so, and it's
Yeah,
working.
the Milford Ladybug Festival is going to be happening again. That's Saturday, September 21st.
Nice.
You said that perfectly, but we're gonna get back to that.
Okay.
Because Gable does, they really are like on a mission to make Wilmington look like Austin, and
Yeah.
I love it.
They
I want
came out of
music
nowhere.
everywhere. I want music
Um,
everywhere.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But we're gonna come back to
Yeah.
what else you have going on throughout the year.
All right.
Rosanne, I'm just gonna
Hey.
jump to you since
Okay.
you kind of were like
On the
chiming
box.
in. It seems like you're ready to talk.
I can always talk.
She's the lady on the box.
I'm on
You
the
have a
box.
beautiful box that you're
Thank
sitting
you.
on.
Wait,
Yeah.
there.
Oh, you're in
Light up my
control of the
box. Okay.
This is where you go hashtag insider.
It's really fun to be up close and personal with Rosanne, and the Pit Splatter Zone at Bootless Stageworks
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Productions is a great place to get up
Oh
close
yeah,
and personal
up close
with all
and
of
personal.
Bootless.
What happens in the summer at Bootless is we do a horror musical, and so this year, and I'll plug my little thing. We have You've Got Red on You.
Yeah.
And this is our very own. We wrote this ourselves. The music is original. The script is original. It's a Shaun of the Dead parody.
I'm a huge.
So when you come to a Bloody Bootless, we take our audience sections, A, B, C, so the first 3 rows, and we actually attach them to the stage. But before we do that, we build
Attach.
Yes. So you're
Yeah,
right there.
I'm scared now. I'm
Yes.
scared.
We
Take notes,
attach
David.
it
Waiver.
to the stage. And you kind of have, sometimes you might want to waiver, but we take a pond liner. We had a custom built pond liner made for us, and we build a pit. And we put the audience in a pond liner. We put the chairs, and then every time a zombie's killed or something happens, there's blood delivery that happens.
Blood delivery.
Yes,
Blood
blood
delivery.
delivery.
It's the technical
So, and there's all different methods of blood delivery now. We make it rain blood. There's blood coming up from the floors.
Are you
there's,
serious?
Oh yeah,
I didn't know about this pond pit before I bought opening night tickets in the
And
pit,
that's it. I
so-
call it Longwood with blood.
Yeah, but Longwood was, remember the first time we went and spoke to Bootless? We met Bootless.
Yeah,
and
you
they were
did
doing
a
it?
segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, years
Was it-
ago.
I know. Was it on the same show?
It was the same
Because
show.
I think that would
No,
be very...
I don't think. No, I think you came for musical The Living Dead or maybe Evil
Okay.
Dead. I'm not sure which
Okay.
one.
Okay.
We just
All right.
wrote-
So this, I'm
yeah.
just thinking about the
We just
blood
thought
delivery,
it would be quite
like.
cosmic to
yeah.
Yes.
bring you.
But
on.
yes, so that's what we do in July, and we sell it out. It's really great because we have people who come from all over. We've had people come from Rhode Island and Tennessee and all this, especially for Evil Dead, because that's a big cult that you can get there. But they come in and they
Is this a
spend
trap?
a weekend in Wilmington, so that they get blood thrown. You wear a white T-shirt if you're in the pit, or we actually have a nice group of young ladies who come every year and they buy new white dresses. And they sit in the splatter zone,
dedicated.
and then the
Yeah, they're-
cast signs their dresses, and then they go to Wawa and take a picture and post it for us.
So I was going to wear. I was planning on wearing black.
You do know it's Hoagie Fest.
I was planning on wearing black to the show, so I didn't ruin anything. But now I feel like these ladies have inspired me. To
Yes,
just
you
make
have
a-
to collect the blood.
Make a purchase.
Oh
let
my
it be that.
gosh.
Ooh.
Yes, we have
That could be a
people
new
make up
line of
different
clothing.
T-shirts.
Could
I
it?
like this.
We have different people make up T-shirts. Some have come with a bullseye, so that when we're doing the blood delivery, either the crew or the cast actually have their squibs on them and things like that, that we know exactly where to aim and things.
So how many times has the audience disappeared and rolled up with the tarp and been incinerated? I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like this is setting up for something that we might not be ready
No,
for.
the best one was when we were we were renting Opera Delaware, the black box at Opera Delaware, and
That's a cool
people
space.
left and they were driving, but there was a DUI checkpoint just past Celebrations, right? And so Jim and I, my husband, we drive up to it, and we're thinking to ourselves, a lot of our patrons have had to go through this. So I asked the police officer, I said, have people been going through with blood on them? And they were like, yeah, what's that about?
See, the brother in me is going to let y'all know that ain't going to work out too bad for me going through a checkpoint right after the play. All right, I'm just going to let you know.
Yeah.
You may want to
Not
reconsider
even
your
where you been.
tickets.
Just
And
like-
then we had an actor going up 202, and he got stopped in a checkpoint, and he was just tired, but they kind of thought he was drunk. So they put him in what we call now cone jail. They set up cones, and they sat Seamus in the center of it, and he hadn't gotten all the blood off of him. And so he had bloody hands, he
Yeah.
had the whole, and they were like,
Can you imagine the guy riding by?
I forgot all about
yeah.
this. I completely forgot about this. But I was after the day that we recorded in the basement of St. Stephen's to promo whatever night
Whichever
of the
one,
Living
yeah,
Dead,
right.
Right.
I was walking my dogs, who are 2 big pit bulls, and I had a little white dress on. I don't know if it had a white top.
Yeah,
right?
white top on,
Yeah.
right.
And it ended up getting
Because we
stained.
zombified you.
But
Yeah.
I had I didn't remember that I had
yes.
it, and I lived in Trinity at the time, and everybody there is like always on the lookout for each other, and I'm walking my dogs down the street, and everybody's like, "Are you okay, ma'am? Are you okay?" And I was like, "Hi, how are you? Like, have a great day." I didn't even think about it until I got home and looked in the mirror that I was covered in blood.
Yeah, we gave her a scar. We gave her some blood treatment and everything.
remember
for
that,
you-
yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I was excited to even remember that happened.
I should go. I should really go and then really do.
But
a
that
video
was you
after,
guys
like,
trying to
what
not
happens.
cover me
Yeah,
in blood
right.
because I had a nice dress
Right.
on, so I can't imagine the kind of blood treatment I'm gonna get.
Well,
being
here's
in
a suggestion.
the
If you ever
second row.
find your ticket sales drop, right, keep the pit, but just do something like Cheers. So it's just beer.
Oh, actually, you've got red on you. We have the set is the Winchester Pub
Oh,
from the
nice.
movie and all, and we also put drinking games into our summer shows. So if for red, it's every time they say the Winchester, the audience drinks. Or there's something else. For Musical of the Living Dead, it's every time someone says keys, so they drink. And we actually had an actress one time. She was great. She just stood up she was playing Barbara, and she's comatose on the couch. But all of a sudden, she just pops up and she's going keys, 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 keys. And this woman in the front row, and she's just trying to keep it up. And all of a sudden, somebody else knocks me. And all you hear was, "Oh my beer, it's gone!" And she's grabbing someone else's beer so that she can keep up with the drinking game. So yeah,
We're in for it. I'm excited.
It's a little wacky.
I'm so excited. So, one quick question, and we'll move on. I know you've done this before. Or not Shaun of the Dead. I'm
Where
sorry.
you've got red on you.
You've got
yes.
red on you. I'm just so excited because Shaun of the Dead is one of my favorite zombie films of all
Cool.
time. I absolutely I love it. So you've done this before, but I know there's lots of new things about this year.
Yes,
Can you tell
well,
us
we
about
have
it?
new songs. When you do it the first time, it's never really right. And so we have spent about a year reworking it and taking it through its different motions and what worked, what didn't work, what do we need to change. So there's new songs, there's some new script things. We've incorporated a little bit more from the movie, because we didn't have the doppelganger scene the first time we did it, and now we do, because we've expanded what we call the ensemble.
Aha.
So I have a lot more zombies. So we can.
So if you've seen it
She,
before,
like, really
you
got
still
happy,
have to
didn't
go
she?
back and see it again.
So yes,
You
if you
Brother
saw
in
it,
me,
it's,
like-
it's different. Yes, it will be different.
I love it.
That's
Thank you.
I love it. I love it.
The new hashtag is the brother in me. Because you got
gotta do this.
really excited with like zombies. I'm like, look, the brother in me is like.
Should we talk about the brother in you as I was singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Twinkle Little Star to my daughter the other day?
It was the wrong version of the.
And I was like, how is there a wrong version
Is there a
of
different
Twinkle,
version?
Twinkle
She's
Little
saying it's
Star?
it sounded to me it sounded
No,
like she
no,
said something else.
Like, do you
I was
not-
there. I remember.
Was that a whole joke, though?
It was a whole joke.
You were so good at it, though.
That's what I do.
They sang a whole cockroach song.
A whole cockroach song of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, the brother in you.
Okay, sure.
in the mix.
This is why this is going to work.
Yes. Hey.
All right, you
All right.
guys have been quiet. So
Have
I'm
I?
going to, a
No,
little
he
bit.
spoke to me.
No.
All
No.
right, you've been a little quiet. You've
Maybe
been quiet,
because you're
too.
down there and you don't know.
Let me say, I want to move to this side of the
Go
room.
ahead.
All
I'm gonna
right?
move to that side of the room.
Joe Trainor.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. BeatleFest.
Yes. BeatleFest, second year for BeatleFest.
Yes.
So it's our big summer show that we do following each of our seasons.
It's at Wilmington Drama League.
It is going to be a Wilmington Drama League again this year, which we're really excited to bring it back there.
You play all 215 Beatles songs.
All of them.
All of them. Every
Yep,
single one.
From start to finish.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we start right at the beginning of their career on Monday night, and we move right to
In
Let It Be right at the
chronological
end in
order.
chronological order.
That's
Wow.
incredible.
And we average about 30 to 40 songs a night, depending on where we are. Because in the early part of the career, their songs are 2.5 minutes long. So you
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
boom, boom, boom,
You
we're
can just
banging
skate
right
through
through
'em.
'em. Plus, the first 3 nights, it's just the core band. It's just 7 people on stage. And then on the fourth night,
Oh.
which is, no, I'm sorry, on Wednesday, the third night, the string section comes on for one song, and then they leave, and it's the only time you see them. And then on the
And you have
fourth
an
night,
8-piece
we have an
string
8-piece.
section?
We might have a 9, but yeah, it's an 8-piece string section. And then on Thursday, we have the full mini orchestra, about 16 to 18 players, and we do 3 records that night. And then on Friday, we do the White Album. So we're at full complement to the rest of the festival. Friday night, including like a live
exciting, guys.
performance
It's
of
getting very
Revolution Number
exciting.
9, like everything. It's pretty amazing. And last year, we almost couldn't believe we were doing it. Now we just can't believe we're doing it again. It's a massive undertaking. I mean, to do 6 concerts in a row, like night after night after night, which is what I picked up from doing theater. I'm like, we could do a show that has multiple nights. Actually, it's because of Fish. When Fish did the Baker's Dozen, I'm like, I want to play a show in the same venue for a multiple number of nights. But I couldn't just, but like, I didn't have enough material to warrant.
You're not Fish, so you can't just.
But
like,
I'm not
hop in.
Fish. But who is really? But I was like, well, who
is? That is a great
who
question.
has a catalog that could sustain multiple nights? And the Beatles
Right.
was what we came up with. So, and there literally isn't a bad night. It's a fun, fantastic thing. But we do 2 whole days of rehearsals. So we're actually in there for 8 days.
So,
Isn't there a Beatles song about that?
8 days a week, yes.
so 7-piece core. We've got a 8 to 9-piece string,
Yeah,
a 9-piece horn,
yeah.
and then you've got additional musicians on harmonica and harp and other things, and then
tabla and
singers.
Sitar, yeah.
What's the total number of
I
involved
think it clocks in at
performers?
about 40.
Whew.
About 40 musicians
Best
over
in
the
the
course.
area.
So when we're at full complement, we've probably got about, I don't know, maybe 30 on stage. But then we've got guest singers that come through and guest players. So yeah, it's pretty
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Do you have anybody else that's done that?
I do not know any musician or any group that has played every Beatles song the way we have played them. I know there have been solo artists who have been like, who have done it like acoustically, but even they can't do like Revolution 9 or You Know My Name, look up the number. Like there's things that you're just not going to be able to pull off. But yeah, we do it note for note, all 215.
And this year you're not doing it on the same date as Ladybug, which I
Right, I moved it a week for Jeremy.
so I can
And
actually
for
see
us.
it this year.
Yeah, it was kind
Oh,
of.
well, you guys
it
do the
was
same
hard.
weekend, right?
We moved it away from.
That's right, because we couldn't.
Collaboration.
I know.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't see Ladybug or Shakespeare last year because
Yeah.
we were there for a full week.
So
And
much
I said
goes
we
on.
can't.
Like,
I never get to go to Ladybug because of our summer. I mean, it is everything in
It's
July.
hard.
It's hard.
It's heartbreaking when it all falls together because I mean there is so much to do around.
That's a
town.
great problem to have.
Sometimes It is a great problem, but it still hurts, Joe.
But this year is
Why you
different.
drink?
That is why we drink.
Are you? Look, and
Where's your? You don't have a beverage.
no,
Stuart.
you know what?
You have to stay hydrated. These lights are hot.
Yeah.
The brother in
yeah.
him.
It's the brother. Look, and speaking of great things that's going on in Wilmington, and now that everyone can enjoy.
Wait. Are you gonna go to the next guest?
I was.
We have to take a quick commercial break.
Oh, we have those.
We have to take a quick commercial break. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you're having fun. We will be back in just a moment after these quick commercials. Whatever. Commercial break. That's what commercial.
Every curve,
Every detail,
every bite.
perfection.
Desserts by Dana.
Hey guys, and we're back here at In the Mix. We have a very special In the News segment for you. So we've got a fun, quirky little segment that we're going to do regularly here on In the Mix called In the News.
Unless it goes horribly this first time, then you'll probably not do it.
That is true. It may not make it back. That's the fun thing about pilots.
Fair Market and Cafe is now open downtown. Fresh salads, savory meals, sweet treats, plus fresh produce and groceries, all conveniently located in the front of the new Grand Craft and Cork on 9th Street between Orange and Tatnall. Now am I reading this whole page?
Yeah.
Great.
I just remembered there's
All
a
right,
typo
here we
in
go.
it.
Now
too, so I
jumping
can't
into
wait till
some
we get to that.
events this month. Great. I'm bad with it. Los Planeros. Los Planeros
Oh, it gets
Daylight
worse
21
from here.
is an East Harlem-based performing ensemble dedicated to introducing the world over to bamba and plena styles of music. How am I doing?
Okay.
You're
Sounds
doing
great.
great.
I'm just gonna go the other way.
With a little bit of salsa, jazz, and hip hop in the mix. The group founded as a nonprofit in 1983 by Juan J. Oh, you're killing me here. Wango Gutierrez.
I guess,
Nailed it.
yes.
And the legendary master Planero. Oh, come on. Master Planero, this should be a drinking game.
Reyes,
Marshall Reyes
Arvelo.
Arvelo, bringing their Puerto Rican culture to Wilmington on Thursday, July 11th at the Delaware Art Museum. A DJ set follows the performance to keep you groove in all night. It's just like punny to you, isn't it? Jeez, Delaware
killing
Beer,
it, Joe.
Delaware Beer Fest invades the, yeah, nailed it. Invades the Figure 8 Barn at Bellevue on Saturday, July 13th, welcoming more than 25 breweries and over 60 brews. 60 brews.
60 brews.
60 of them, including the main beer sponsor and a Delaware favorite, Big Oyster Brewery. Oyster. Live music, food trucks, giant Jenga. Because you know it's not a party.
Unless
Guys,
it's
until
giant.
there's giant Jenga.
Did you see the dog that can play Jenga?
Beer trivia, photo booth fun, and even a tasty cake eating contest. Now, wait. Is it a tasty cake eating or is it tasty cake eating? It's 2 words.
I know, I didn't mean
All right.
Wait,
Just
what?
fix it in post. Where did I leave off here? Tasty cake, thank you. Wait, no, it's not.
General
Tasty
admission.
Cake, General admission runs from 1 to 5 with VIP ticket holders gaining early access beginning at noon.
See, if you hold it out that far, I can probably read
Okay,
it.
Yeah.
The weekend, we'll read together. The weekend of July 13 and 14, Live Nation at the Queen celebrates her 2-year anniversary with a Queen-themed weekend. Almost Queen, the most authentic Queen live show since the days of Queen themselves. On Saturday night, a Queen-themed drag brunch,
That's
not a
the
drag
title.
brunch. On Sunday, yes, that's the Queen at the Queen performing Queen and a special Bohemian Rhapsody sing-along screening Sunday evening.
Oh, you see,
What?
it's a little
I'm just
silhouette,
laughing.
right?
This is
All right,
so
Saturday, July 20th welcomes the return to the annual People's Festival to Market Street.
People.
Yeah, if you're not sure where that is, just
Power to the people.
just sniff the air, then you'll get there. The 25th anniversary lineup includes Maxi Priest, oh my God, a Kay Baker, Jawworks, Image Band, Strikers, Posse, Spooky Speaky,
Yeah.
Alfie Moss, and the
Yeah,
Blues
I know.
Reincarnation Project.
Got that one.
Man, Blues Reincarnation is badass. They're so good. The music takes place both
In.
indoor, thank you, that's what we need to do, at the Queen and outside in Wellington
More
Square.
beer garden.
You can expect the beer garden, Children's Village, sponsored by the Delaware Art Museum, food and craft vendors, and more. On July 25th, celebrate Christmas in July.
Christmas jingle.
I know with the Wilmington Blue Rocks at Frawley Stadium as they take on the Potomac Nationals. Enjoy $3 Dogfish Head brews and live music during Beer 30 Thursdays. Is that a thing? Beer 30 Thursdays? I don't drink, so I don't know what Beer 30 is. To make sure you can survive the holiday with your family. And that concludes this installment of In the News. For the latest Wilmington happenings and events, be sure to visit in Wilmington. No, it's not. She's going to get mad if we do this wrong.
What?
It's inwilmde.com.
I'm sorry, inwilmde.com for In the Mix. I don't know. Who the hell are you?
I'm Ivan Thomas.
Very nice.
I'm Brianna
Very,
Hansen.
very nice.
It was brilliant. I love
Very
it.
nice.
I'm so sorry for putting you through that. But that was-
Please talk to our other guests.
All right, we're gonna just keep it moving along because I know that was painful. You guys killed it though. You really
Yeah,
Very
great
nice.
job, guys. Great.
Nice.
Thanks for being a good sport.
David,
Why you have
David, you have this amazing theater production coming to.
Get it right.
Oh my goodness! Now you've got me all like flustered. Am I gonna get it right? Rockwood.
There you go.
Wood.
He's like, get it right.
Rockwood Park. I mean, it's an annual affair.
Yeah, this is our 17th summer of Shakespeare Outdoors at Rockwood Park.
I love Shakespeare.
You do it for
And
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah, this year it's July 12th through the 28th. Thank you, Joe, for moving past those dates.
You're welcome. now I'll get to
That's how
see
we
it.
work
So thank you
together.
for not moving.
And yeah, this summer it's the Merry Wives of Windsor, one of Shakespeare's silliest comedies. We open up the grounds 75 minutes before the show for picnicking and pre-show entertainment.
Nice.
just a relaxed community engagement, community experience. And this year we are kind of double downing on the community side of it. The last scene of Merry Wives of Windsor is the whole town getting together to play a practical joke on Falstaff. So this year, our high school interns, who normally are kind of out in the audience, they're going to be appearing on stage in that last scene as part of the team playing the practical joke. We've also got a homeschool theater troupe called Pages Alive Theater that'll be joining in that as well. And then we have two kids playing a small role in the play itself. So it's really great because we have a mix of professionals who've been doing this for 30, 40 years, all the way down to a middle school kid having their first professional experience.
That is amazing.
Yeah. You said David, community events. Your last community event that you had on Market Street.
Starred Ivan Thomas.
Yes, and others, and a lot, and many others.
Yeah, so we exist to try to just bring the whole, as broad as mix of the public together to share humanity through Shakespeare's plays. And so in April, we did this thing called Shakespeare Day to celebrate Shakespeare's birthday, and got over 50 community volunteers who spoke lines from every single one of Shakespeare's plays. And Ivan rocked Hamlet.
There you go.
I'm telling you, I might have to go out for the next one, for the next audition, man.
Hamlet is one of my favorites, and actually, I've never read, I don't know, seen. Is there a production of Merry Wives that's like film related? I've never seen it on stage. I've never seen it. That's one Shakespeare I know nothing about. So
well, it is about an egotistical, self-centered man who thinks he's God's gift to women. And the Merry Wives decide that they're having none of that, and they put him in his place. Because, like, in all of Shakespeare, the women are always smarter than the men.
Wow.
That's in all of life, actually.
Yeah. Ladies, I think Shakespeare done summed it up for life. Awesome. What else we got?
Well, just move right along then.
No. I'm talking about what else we got, Dave. Like, what else we got, Dave? I'm like, they're doing so much.
And it is. It's really. I've actually made that. I made that. And also, you've had a couple of my actors in there, so I always like to go and see what they're doing.
How often do you share actors?
Actually, what happens is I get actors when they are just starting out, in a sense, and then they end up with Dave and they go pro, and I can't.
And then they
afford
come
them.
back.
You can't get them back.
They come back to you when they're
the rate done went up.
I've lost to equity and things like that, so I have to go see them in their new incarnations where they get paid a lot more than what I can pay them.
They come back when they age out of their roles that they want.
Right? Maybe.
Right.
Sure.
That's not how it
Just
works,
wait
but
out, it'll be there. Full circle, baby.
Yeah, I'm not going to be around probably for that.
Full
But
circle.
In
the pit splatter zone.
With the pit splatter zone, they have Bootless is actually, what's the word? Revolutionized, reversed the audience dynamic in Shakespeare's day. Because in Shakespeare's day, the audience could come with rotting fruit and throw it at the actors.
Exactly.
You would flip that and allow your actors to
now
throw
for
stuff
you,
at the
I don't know if
audience.
you know that Bootless actually did a Shakespeare-inspired. It was Terminator the Second. And so what there was a gentleman down in Kentucky. Kentucky wrote it, and it's the Terminator Judgment Day movie, done all in complete Shakespeare. All the lines are taken from all folios of Shakespeare, so it's completely done in that style and everything. It's just absolutely. It was so much fun.
You could do everything. So I'm going to connect, right? There was a 12th night featuring the music of the Beatles that's been done, and there's lots of Shakespeare productions that are done all with women. Nice. So see, it's all.
Well, and
it's
I was
all
thinking
in
of
the
Well,
moment.
it's because when you have something Shakespeare and you've only got, and I know Shakespeare has a lot of plays, but there's like 10 to 12 that people do in heavy rotation. And you've got to find new ways to keep them fresh. Sometimes, if you don't want to go the traditional route, how do you reinvent them? How can you make them more interesting or different or have fun with them in a way to make them...
And that brought up CTC. I can't remember the name of the production that they did like 2 years ago. That was Shakespeare.
Oh, there was a musical version of Love's Labor's Lost that was done. It was a very...
What was it called?
Love's Labor's Lost.
No, it was something else.
Wasn't 2 years ago.
Maybe 4 or 5 years run together when you do my job.
Okay.
Do you know it's so hard to do, like, my job? Somebody gives me a date, and I'm like, I think I'm doing something that day because I have so many dates in my head all the time. Sorry.
These are all the dates that you have in your head.
Just first world problems?
No,
really, like, it's tough to be
guess.
Brianna.
First world problems in Wilmington. I have, in my research of today's show, because clearly I came so prepared.
Right.
I looked up some fun facts about Shakespeare.
There's a lot of them.
I mean, there's a lot of them, but
here's-
can we
here's
talk
7.
about?
Here's 20.
Oh, it's less than
Take this
that. I
20.
didn't even. I read 50 of them.
We're gonna
I
have you go to
saved
the
like
desk
4
again.
of them.
I know, right?
So it said that he's contributed an estimated, I don't know how accurate this is, you can correct me, 1,700 to 3,000 words to the English language.
That's a good range, yeah.
That's pretty cool. That
Well,
is
that's
a wide
our
range.
name.
This website gave a wide range. They didn't want to be wrong. Estimations of his personal vocabulary range from 17,000 to 29,000 words, which I think is pretty impressive.
Well, yeah, but 3,000 then were made up.
Touche, sir. So some of his phrases that he's credited as contributing: wild goose chase. Didn't know that. Foregone conclusion, because we say that forever, but you know. In a pickle.
Oh yeah.
In a pickle.
I use
Well,
that.
Merry Wives of Windsor has the world's mighty
Brother
oyster.
and me.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming up with better phrases that are more relevant to people who speak English today. I like this next one just because he was lazy. He never seemed to spell his name properly, often signing it Willem. Did I say that
I
right?
think it's the first time I've heard the pronounced version.
Yeah.
I thought that was his hip hop name.
All right, this is by far the weirdest, and I'm hoping you know more about it because this crappy website did not give me any more information. In his will, he appeared to only give his wife a bed.
His second best bed, actually.
Oh, well, that made all the difference, I guess.
First best bed.
Who'd that go to?
So she really
He just kept it.
Side
But
note.
nothing else?
Yeah, Shakespeare. No, that's he made a point of just giving his wife his second best bed.
Out of how many beds?
So yeah, that's a good question.
Second 2? Or
Yeah.
Right. Are we talking girlfriends
Well,
here?
but maybe that's the bed that they first encountered each other, and that had the sentimental.
But nothing
And then
else?
the other bed.
Take this
first-
He
bed.
I
spent
don't know.
most of
I was
his.
gonna say, did he
spent
die
most
poor?
of his life actually away from his wife. His wife lived in Stratford-upon
Right.
Avon. Shakespeare lived in London for most of his life.
Yeah.
Which is maybe why the Merry Wives of Windsor is all about marital strife and jealousy. Do you like that?
Oh, I see that. I like that. Whoa.
Nice.
Are you
Yeah.
telling
That was
us that
nicely done.
Shakespeare
Theater is
was
nothing
stuck
but
in a
reality.
relationship he shouldn't have been in and just never
He
pulled
wasn't
the
stuck.
plug?
There's a lot of people who think Shakespeare was just in a lot of relationships.
But
So
did she know
1400s,
that
right?
is the point.
1500s, 1600s.
She was
1500s,
there in the
1600s.
We
marriage
took
debate.
our name from a
'Cause that makes a
because
difference.
Bootless is Shakespeare, and it's to be profitless. And we looked at it
You're doing
ourselves
a
and went,
great job, Rosanne. You're killing it. Staying true to our mission. All right, that's mean. I'm sorry. We are going to take a quick break to head to our commercial, whatever, supporters, our friends. You gotta help me with these outros here, guys.
Hey.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Everybody loves the positive stories that come out of DETV.
I want my DETV.
Quiero mi DETV.
Je veux mon DETV.
I want my DETV. See, I told you.
Welcome back to In the Mix. We are here at DTV Studios, and we are with some of Wilmington's phenomenal influencers, musicians, actors, actresses, people that are just doing amazing things in Wilmington, and we're just having a good time. I was going to say good ass time, but
We're having a good ass
we're
time.
having a
This
good
is
ass
fun.
time. Just sitting and talking about community events, what's going on. We met with some amazing people. If you missed it, rewind this and take a look. Now, since we're back off the break, Brianna, what are we doing?
Joe Valenti, thank you so much for joining us today. You represent Riverfront Development Corporation, all the phenomenal things going down, happening on the other side of MLK. Just a hop, skip, and a jump from the rest of the things we've... Actually, no, that's
other
not
side
true.
of town.
We've been talking about things all over town tonight. So let's hop on over to the Riverfront. Tell us
Great.
what you've got going on.
We have a lot going on, actually. We have our summer concert series is getting ready to start July 11th. It's every Thursday at the Plaza. We have a different act every week, different type of group. We have big band, rock, blues, reggae. There's an opera singer that's performing. It's really kind of anything that you're interested in. There's something that's there 1 week. It's a free concert. We have our river taxi and our riverboat queen doing the tours of the water, which is always fun. We do sightseeing
We're going to get back to
tours.
this because he's a big fan of your cruises.
Oh, nice. We have our happy hour cruise on Thursday night on the Queen. We have our river taxi tours, which kind of just go up and down the river, show you all the cool sights.
Those are a blast.
It's a. I'm
Yeah,
glad
what is
I
your
like it.
captain's name? Because he's amazing.
On the taxi
Yes.
is Captain Lionel Hinson. Captain Hinson.
Yeah.
He's so much
He's
fun,
fun.
and he
Yeah, he's a
knows
blast.
every little weird detail you would not expect him to know.
Everything.
Yeah.
He will point out building by building and when it was constructed and what it has been and what it is now, and it's kind of crazy actually. So it's definitely worth doing just for that, just to meet Captain Hinson. But it's fun. So we have that going on. We actually this year we're doing bike rentals, as we have like the individual bikes. We also have the Surreys, the 4-person Surreys that people can go up and do the river walk. So that's always fun. That's a good way to tour the river walk. The beer garden is obviously super popular. We're doing axe throwing this year, which is.
I haven't tried it out yet, and I can't.
That sounds like a bad idea.
It's a terrible
So,
idea.
alcohol and axes.
Yeah, get good and drunk.
How many injuries have you had so far?
Nigga,
I don't think we've had any yet. But
Yes.
It's early.
How did
It's
you
still
think
soon,
that?
so.
I want
Without
to
any
point
time.
out, just for anybody wondering, I believe I'm correct in saying this. It's at only $10 for half an hour of axe throwing,
I believe that is
which
correct,
is
yes.
really sweet.
That's
Well,
incredible.
who can do more than a half hour?
But I'm saying that's like a cheap, like I'm
You'd
happy
be
to pay
surprised
$10
suddenly
to
that
throw some
like
axes
primal
and see how
instinct
good
kicks in, and you're like, you want to spend the rest of your life throwing axes.
I've got friends that go in groups of like 4 or 5. And
Well, the
spend
brother
hours.
and me.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting
The
for it.
throwing the axe thing. No, it's cool. It's dope.
It is
cool.
fun.
And I'm glad they have it down at the waterfront.
Well, I think it's funny now. Before the axe throwing, there was the giant Jenga that would fall into the
Yeah.
train cars and scare the ever living crap out of us as we were drinking down there. So now there's axes to add to the mix of terrifying sounds and things happening.
Yeah, there's probably something that you can get drunk and then get scared.
It's good. I
So,
like
yeah,
it. I like it.
Yeah. Can you imagine just hearing someone on the other side?
Constitution Yards has live music several days a week.
Tonight,
They do,
right?
yeah.
Cor-
Yes. Yeah. Friday night,
Cornhole. There's a cornhole
Special
tournament coming up
delivery,
for
I think it's
Ronald
Saturday
McDonald
night.
House. I'm looking at you like you would know that like every aspect
I was
of the
gonna say,
Constitution
yeah.
Yards. I know you don't.
Where's
And I don't
she?
have the date on that, so you can check that out at mmde.com. But you guys host, or Constitution Yards hosts lots of fundraiser, cornhole tournaments in particular, but lots of events throughout the year. It's a great place that welcomes people year round, correct?
Well,
Sort of, like
Not-
with the rink, or does that not count as Constitution?
the rink is not technically Constitution Yard. Same place. The actual beer garden itself shuts down, so it's not. They don't actually have the beer garden open. The rink is within the beer garden's premises, so it's kind
But
of
you
weird.
can drink out of the rail cars?
You can drink out of the warming tent. They
Alright.
have.
You sound like you're speaking from experience.
Yeah, primary
Right.
focus
Can you
here.
throw axes while you're ice skating?
Yes.
Yes!
That is.
That's all we care
it's
about.
frowned upon, but if you show up with an axe, I don't think anybody's gonna stop
It's
you.
frowned upon.
So go for it.
So we didn't really emphasize the Jack Markell Trail. We can rent those bikes and take them to Old Newcastle? Is
You can.
that correct?
You can, yes. The bikes, not the Surreys. They wouldn't
Fair
make it. all
That's
the
a
way out.
long
That
trip.
would- but you seem confused.
I don't want to do it now. I want to. I want to.
Can we negotiate an extra deposit?
Yeah. You can get out and push it like up.
You know,
if
I'm
you
gonna
need
tie
to.
2 bikes together and pretend it's.
You can make your own Surrey. As somebody who's ridden those Surreys, the other side is basically just like a dummy steering wheel. So it's whoever's driving is doing a lot of work. So
Just put the drunk person there.
exactly
Right.
with an axe.
With an axe.
All the way to Newcastle.
All the way to Old Newcastle.
Yes, that's awesome.
Security
Remember last time we interviewed him?
Yeah, that's
probably-
why I think it's actually
the-
really funny. How many people do you realize?
Yeah.
There's 4 people
Oh God,
in this
yes,
room
him too.
that were
yes.
part of our initial pilots years ago.
Yeah. Wow, we did it again.
That is crazy.
So Joe, the Riverfront since the last time we talked has grown.
Definitely,
Just doing amazing things down there. What can we look forward to seeing the waterfront in the near
In
future?
addition to the
Yeah.
amazing things you've already mentioned.
Because you got more restaurants down there, you got
Sure.
more hotels hotels being built.
There's 2 new hotels. Yeah, they're actually opening in the next couple months. By the end of the summer, they should be open. With a banquet hall, 2 hotels. Like I said, new restaurants all the time. We're actually they're finishing the bridge, which I guess is probably about a year out. The car bridge that'll go over to connect 13 and 9, where the split is there. And then I guess the next plan really is to start moving onto the other side of the.
That bridge, is it connecting the waterfront to the Sixers field house?
It'll be right there. Yeah, it's actually kind of right at that, so it'll be easy access to the field house.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
It's always great. Yeah. So I mean, right now that's kind of tough. It's tough to get around
Yeah.
back and forth. So that'll be easy in and out for that.
Yeah, that's going to be like the city of Wilmington is actually looking a lot better. It's coming up. It's always something
always
to
been
do.
amazing.
It's always been amazing,
Better,
number one.
better.
But now it's just getting better. You got musicians, you got theater, you got the waterfront, you got eateries, you got music. You know, Gable music. Shout out. It's a lot.
So I'm so torn right now. Do I run through events we want to talk about? Do I ask pop culture questions? We wanna
I
talk
would
about?
say
we're gonna make this real quick. Favorite zombie film of all time, or franchise? TV doesn't have to be film. Favorite zombie whatever of all time. Go, all of you.
Zombieland.
yeah, I gotta go
Pride
with
and
zombie.
Prejudice with zombies.
I gotta go with Zombieland.
Zombieland, definitely.
Wow,
Zombieland
wow.
for me, yeah.
I actually hate
I can't wait
zombies,
for
they
the
make
sequel.
me
I guess
Zombieland
Shaun
is
of the
tough.
Dead.
I mean,
Yes,
Shaun of the Dead was
Zombieland
good.
too.
I mean,
Yes.
Shaun of the Dead was
And it's Woody
fantastic.
Harrelson
But
is
there's
also
something
in
about
it.
Zombieland. It's just
Like, it's never
badass.
been.
Yeah.
And they're making a sequel.
Yes.
So okay,
Trainor
I have
Zombieland
an admission.
too.
I've never watched Zombieland.
Okay.
I'm not like I don't.
I'll join you on that.
I'm not okay. Thank you.
Amazing.
So what's your favorite?
What was the
I
one
guess
with
Shaun of the Dead. I'm not
Okay.
like a zombie guy.
I'm not
Z,
either.
World War Z?
Yeah, well,
That was tough. The beginning of that was really, really
That
tough.
was
World War
hard
Z
to
was a
watch.
little too
I
implausible
love-
for me.
As
You
a
realize how
gamer,
fast they are. You're
I
like,
loved Resident Evil, so I
Supposedly
appreciate
realistic
that.
zombies.
That's right. Yeah, I just see it. I couldn't do it.
This is like I'm embarrassed to admit this, but Sci-Fi has a series called Z Nation, and it's
yeah, I've heard
really like corny, quirky, terrible acting.
I'm a fan.
But you get in, like,
I've watched it all
2
the way
seasons in, and
through.
it's so good, and I love it, and I can't wait for the next season. I'm hoping there's a next season.
No, I think they're done. They were wrapping it up.
Hope
You just
Stash.
broke
Must
my
have been
heart.
done.
Hope Stash.
Roseanne. Maybe there's a new season I don't know about. I don't know.
Wait,
Okay.
can I say Game of Thrones? That was zombies in Game of Thrones. Right?
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I'll
That
with Jeremy on this
Yeah.
one.
That's
The
my
white, what is it, the white
That
knights?
counts.
Yeah,
That
those
absolutely
were
counts.
That should be your next question. What do you think about the ending of
No, we
Game
don't
of
have
Thrones?
time for that right now.
What do you think about the ending of that? Because our ending is almost here. What do you think about the ending of
I don't
that?
have time
This
for
will
all
be
the
better.
Yeah, this will be better than the ending of Game of Thrones.
They threw axes in that, right?
Yeah,
Never
it's a lot of
seen an
beer.
episode- I'm sorry, I've never seen an episode of Game of Thrones.
Oh, it's so
Oh,
good. You gotta.
yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
Give
I
it
ran out
just-
of time. I don't
Just
have time.
fall into it.
Nah.
You've got plenty of time. So it's there.
Next question. What you
All
got?
right, no, I just if you guys, I gotta plug an event real quick. If you're looking to rock out, Shady Grove Music Festival, hands down the event you want to put. Well, obviously, other than the ones we've talked about tonight.
Shady Grove's awesome.
You want to put on your calendar July 13th. They have a stacked regional lineup: Hoochie Coochie, Dennis, 16 Jackie's, Chance, Tetra, Wasted Arrows Band, more food trucks, lots of good stuff. Brandywine Zoo's annual fundraiser Parrot Party is happening on July 11th. Parrots, Bellefonte Brewing Company, Big Fish. What could go wrong? Brews on Board, June 28th at Wilmington Western Railroad. They pair with a new brewery each and every time. Take you out on like a 45-minute to an hour. I can't exactly remember.
I think it's 45 minutes.
Little trip. Wilmington Western Railroad has lots of stuff year-round. Tons of fun. There's so much going on around Wilmington. Thank you all for joining us today to kind of highlight some of that and all of the crazy shenanigans that's gone along with it. I really appreciate it.
Dope.
Thank you.
Super
Thank
dope.
you.
Thanks for having us.
This might be the only episode you ever see, but you saw it. Thanks for being there. For next